Well, good morning. Well, certainly we're coming off a difficult loss. It was a crazy game last week, and I thought Miami played well, and we just didn't do enough to get it done. But looking forward to moving ahead and having a chance to play again on Saturday. Got a Middle Tennessee State team coming in that's 2-1, scoring some points, and got some momentum having won their last two games. So chance for us to get back out there and play again and see if we can't do some of the things better that we didn't do last Saturday.
And ladies and gentlemen, again, *1 if you would like to ask a question. And we'll go first to Adam Sparks with the Daily News Journal.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
I'm curious about with your triple option offense. This is the third year now you face Middle Tennessee. Do you see when an opponent has a familiarity with that, do you see maybe a better approach from a defense after they've seen that a couple of times before?
Well, I think it varies. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I mean, it's certainly, I think it's probably about the same as anything else, actually, in my opinion. But, I don't know that is the case, but it might be. I guess we'll see.
Middle Tennessee's had a different defensive coordinator each time they faced you guys. Is that something that matters much in the game plan to you?
Well, yeah, it matters a lot because you don't know exactly what they're going to do when they have a new guy. But we'll try to run our system, whatever they line up in. We'll try to figure out some kind of an answer for it if we can.
And lastly, I know you've got a new punter because of injury this week. Can you talk a little bit about where you feel your special teams are overall?
Well, I think that in some areas certainly they're improved, and in other areas we took a step back. I mean, we had a terrible blunder last week that created a safety. We did have a couple of nice punt returns, but then we gave up a long kickoff return, so it's been a mixed bag. Our punter's a true freshman, Ryan Rodwell, and he went in last week and on the last punt of the game did a nice job, and we've got confidence that he'll be okay. I mean, he's the first scholarship punter we'd recruited here, so I think he'll be fine.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go next to Heather Denich with ESPN.com.
Have you had to remind your guys that it's still early and the Coastal Division race isn't over?
Yeah, but believe it or not, Heather, we don't talk about that a lot, especially in September. I mean, we knew that the month was going to be important, but and we've dug ourselves a hole. But right now, our goal is to try to beat Middle Tennessee State, and we'll worry about all that stuff when it comes time. If there's a reason to worry about it in November,
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll go next to Al Featherston of Durham.
Hey, Paul. I was just looking, going back to even the Sun Bowl last year, that's 3 of your last 5 games have been overtime losses. Is there anything as a coach you go back, can you rethink any decisions you make in overtime, the way you approach an overtime, or is it just 3 games is just happenstance?
Well, you rethink everything, not just the overtime. I mean, you rethink every decision, and you go back and look at it. All 3 games have had the same MO. With all 3 games, we were ahead in the fourth quarter, and the other team scores on the last possession to put the game into overtime. Well, actually, Utah, we had, I think, 40 seconds or 50 seconds left, and we missed a field goal. But haven't had any momentum. Lost the coin toss in all 3. And quite frankly, Virginia Tech, we throw an interception, and this one offensively, we had, 9 guys running one play and 1 guy running the other one. So we were our own worst enemy. So it's just been disappointing, I think, with all of them.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Sammy Batten, Fayetteville Observer newspaper.
Paul, Middle Tennessee's receiver Anthony Amos, I think, is leading the Sun Belt in receiving. Is he somebody that's jumped out at you guys on film at all?
Yeah, I think they've got a good group of receivers, and the quarterback's experienced, and they throw the ball around a lot and they have a nice scheme. So they do a good job with what they do, and they have a new offensive coordinator, but they're very similar to what they've been in the past, and they present a lot of problems for you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, star 1 for questions. We'll go next to Bill Haas of the ACC.com.
Paul, you've had success against Middle Tennessee, but they have beaten ACC teams in the past. What makes them difficult to play against?
Well, I mean, I think they're similar to a lot of people. They have some good players, and they have a scheme, and I don't think they'll come in here intimidated. They've played, plenty of BCS teams and schools, and they have a lot of kids from Georgia. And historically, when we play teams outside our league with a lot of kids from Georgia, they really get up when they play here.
Are there certain characteristics about Rick Stockstill coach teams that?
Well, I think they spread it out offensively and throw the ball around, try to get the ball in space to their playmakers, and thus while the lines of scrimmage are always very important, sometimes it can be less so in those games.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Coach, this is Mike Finn in Greensboro. Thanks for being with us. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
All right. Have a good one.